Hey, what's up guys? Philip here bringing you another review, and today we're going to be checking out this gaming headset by ABKONCORE, and it's called the B780. Now if you're not familiar with the company ABKONCORE, they're primarily a gaming company and they make things like keyboards, mice, and headsets such as this one here. In my recent video I reviewed one of their most premium keyboard, and that was called the AR87. It's super high quality, the typing experience is pleasant, so if you're interested in checking that out, I'll leave a link down in the description below. So this headset here is one of their more budget headsets that they make, and something super cool about this headset is that it vibrates with bassy sounds, which I thought was quite cool, and it creates this super immersive experience, which we'll be covering a little bit later in the video. So before we go any further with this review video, I want to say a quick 20-second message from the sponsor of this video, and then we're going to get right back into things. Sparkify is a website that pulls in giveaways from all over the internet and brings them into one place. So instead of running around the internet looking for the best giveaways out there, Sparkify brings them into one place for you to cherry pick which giveaways you want to enter. So if you want to win some free stuff, I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can create your Sparkify account to win some cool giveaway prizes. So my first impressions when I took this headset out of the box and I was playing with it, I was like, wow, this thing is pretty large. And the reason it looks large is because it has this railing system here. And in reality, the headset is not that large because your head goes to the head strap here, and it just gives it this deceptive large look. It also looked really heavy at first too, but after picking it up, it was made of a lightweight, durable, and flexible plastic material. And the plastic material does go around on the ear cups here, and then on the top, the head rail, this is covered in this like rubbery material, so it feels like a pretty good build quality overall. One thing that was interesting about this plastic material was that it had a glossy finish, and that may create some fingerprints on this headset, so you might have to wipe it down every now and then so it doesn't look too messy. Now if we take a look at the earmuffs themselves, we can see that they are made of a soft squishy pleather material, which is going to be pretty comfortable with your ears overall, especially when using it for long periods of time. The only issue I had with the earmuffs was that there isn't too much airflow, so you're gonna have to take these things off every now and then so your ears don't heat up too much. Now in terms of adjustability, the ear cups don't swivel left and right, but the headband does go up and down on a little string system, and I found this to be fairly comfortable overall, and I had no issues with getting the placement properly on my head. The only issue I had with comfort with this headset was that if I do any sudden movements with my head, if I quickly look to the left or to the right, the headset would kind of shift out of place and I would have to correct it. And the reason for that is because it's so lightweight, which adds to the comfort. Now let's talk a little bit about the microphone. It is adjustable on this plastic material here that extends from the front of the headset, and you can move it to the left, to the right, as close as you can to your mouth would be better when actually speaking into it. And when you're speaking into it, there is a little hole here where the audio actually goes into. So I would recommend that for the hole to be pointing towards your mouth so that none of the audio is being diffused or anything like that. And if you want to mute the microphone, the headset does have a mute button built into it, and all you do is push the mute button and the lights will turn off. And if you push the button again, the tip of the microphone is going to glow in this white LED color, and that's how you know that the microphone is on and not muted. And the headset also does have a light that you can turn on and off. And if we look on the side of the headset here, you can see the RGB lights, which can be toggled off and on by pushing the simple light button on the back of the headset. And on the design of it, you can see that it shows their logo with some text that says Virtual 7.1, and that's 7.1 surround sound, which this headset has built into it. And speaking of the surround sound, with it, it's going to create a more immersive listening experience. So it's going to feel like when you're listening to music, it's going to feel like it's actually around the room with you rather than just coming from one location through the speakers. So I like that immersiveness. And the other super cool thing about this headset was the vibrating feature. If you turn on the vibrate mode, which there's a button on the back for that, any bass sounds are going to give you a little bit of vibration. And the louder you turn up the volume, the greater the vibration is going to be. So I thought that was pretty cool, and it created this immersive experience overall. And just one thing to note about the vibrating sound, when the volume is super duper low, there is going to be no vibrating sounds at all. So it's only going to be when the volume is at a mid-level or a high level, and it's gonna have some very subtle vibrations. It's not gonna be super crazy where like it starts to kind of tickle your head, but you're gonna notice it and it's gonna feel, I don't know, it just feels a lot cooler. It's hard to explain in person, but when you actually feel some motion on your head with the sound, it's like you feel like you're in some, I don't know, like at a theme park where like the water squirts at you and then there's air. It's kind of cool. This has like a similar vibe to it where you actually feel this movement while there's something happening on your screen, or if you're listening to bassy music. So really cool stuff there with the vibrate feature. Big fan of that. Now in terms of audio quality, this headset does better on the mids and the lows, so that's gonna be really good for music that's like hip-hoppy, rappy, rocky, kind of stuff like that with a lot of low sounds. Higher music, this thing's still gonna sound good as well, but it's just more optimized for bassy type sounds. So overall, the sound quality I was definitely impressed with, especially considering the price mark, which it runs for $40 for this headset. And it's a little hard for you to hear what the audio quality sounds like through video. It's something you just have to kind of put on your head and listening to the audio, and then you can make a better judgment on how this thing actually sounds. But take my word for it, this thing sounds good and you won't be disappointed, especially considering the $40 price mark. Now we're gonna hop on the computer real quick so you guys can hear what the microphone quality on these sound like. And we're at my computer now and we're gonna be doing an audio quality test. So here we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Let me know what y'all think of the microphone quality down in the comments below. So is this headset worth picking up? Well, the fact that it's really lightweight, fairly comfortable overall, has some really cool vibrating bass features, which I've never heard of that. I think that's super cool. That alone is definitely worth it. And the price point that brings it all together for $40, I think it's a pretty solid kit. And I definitely think it's worth purchasing this thing. If you want to stay in the loop on what's happening in the tech world, I review a lot of the latest tech coming out there. I review budget stuff like this that I think is a pretty good deal and that I want to show you guys. So if you want to stay in the loop on what's happening, make sure you click that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.